Hey everyone, it's me, the Spiffiest Eater of Worlds. I'm so spiffy, I know that you all think I'm spiffy and handsome as well. And today I'm tackling even more of your Terraria hot takes. So sit back, relax, breeze off a lovely cup of Yorkshire tea gold, get some biscuits to dip in it, and enjoy the video. Also, if you want to be involved in these in the future, please subscribe and go follow all my socials and stuff. You can even join my Discord server if you want to actually get involved with these conversations. Peace. I'll see you later. I actually mean it this time. Our first hot take that we are analysing is by the average Joe. None of us would still even be playing this game without the wiki. The guide needs a complete overhaul to explain the mechanics and what to do. I really disagree with this take. This take is like someone who genuinely can't play games unless they use a wiki. Like, Don't Starve is a game that you need a wiki for because, you know, it's Don't Starve. But Terraria, I first started playing it when I was like 12. No, even before that. Like, when I was like 8 or 9. And like, I didn't need the wiki for that. I don't see a problem, genuinely. Like, why would you need a wiki to play the game when I was a tiny little werby boy, figured out how to do it? Like, you don't need a wiki. It's kind of silly. There's more to this comment later, like in the previous video, but I can't be bothered to talk about it all. This is just the hottest part of it, because genuinely, you don't need the wiki to beat Terraria. It's kind of silly. It's like saying, oh yeah, I needed the wiki to play Minecraft because I couldn't be bothered to look around and figure stuff out for myself. Very silly. Let's move on. This next comment is by Potatoes. It's one of my cousins. And he says, how does bro have a glow up every time he comes back? Potatoes, something I need to tell you is, I'm always evolving. I'm like Maharaga from JJK. I adapt, I evolve, I become even sexier. It's just how it is. It has to happen. If it doesn't happen, then I die. Also, you're really cool. That's just how it is. Everyone go watch Potatoes. He's wonderful. This next take is by King. Here's some real shit that'll get people fuming. Mage is worse than Summoner. The snow biome is the worst in the game. The Shimmer needs nerfing. Some transformations need a progress lock for balance reasons. And some positive ones to balance it out. Old One's army isn't that bad. Destroyer is still a fun fight without cheese. And Golem is a challenging and engaging boss. All of these takes are quite interesting. I don't agree with half of them, just how it is. Mage is better than Summoner because I like casting spells and not being a slave trader. The Shimmer already has progress locks for certain transmutations, and others don't buff you that much at all. The Old One's army isn't that bad, I agree with that. And the Destroyer is a fun fight, just depending on what you do, like depending on how you play, it's just how it is. And Golem is not challenging or engaging. I beat him super easily, and if I don't beat him super easily, it's because the room is the size of my pinky toe. Yeah, let's move on. The next hot take is by Cinder. The Empress of Light is the best boss in the game. Fantastic music, amazing design, great drops, and the fight itself is so much fun once you get the patterns down. You just feel invincible. You are immediately wrong. They added a new Eater of Worlds theme, which is a banger. So, not only does the Eater of Worlds have a banger theme, but he drops the worm scarf. He splits up. There's like a million of him. He's so beautiful. And of course, I'm the Eater of Worlds, so you can't say the Empress of Light is better than me, because I have my own YouTube channel, and I'm way spiffier than anyone else. Even the Dapper Brain of Cthulhu has his own YouTube channel, which makes him like 20 times better. So yeah. This take is very mild. It's not even that hot. I just had something to say. Yeah, genuinely. This next take is by the average YouTube user, and he says, I know we pretty much have gotten used to it, but I dislike the mechanics of having to kill certain bosses before daytime arrives, since it only really acts as a DPS check, and forces players to use more powerful weapons instead of improving their skill. I'll make an exception for the Empress of Light, as she does not straight up despawn, or turn into the Dungeon Guardian, and remains a completely fair fight during the daytime. Listen man, it's not a DPS check. You can kill like most bosses as long as you're using weapons that deal moderate damage. Like, even if you have to kill them before the end of the night, that's 8 minutes. That's 8 full minutes. If you're struggling to kill a boss within 8 minutes, there is either something wrong with you, or you started the boss halfway through the night. Genuinely speaking, it's not that bad. Go do other stuff while it's going on. Genuinely. It's not a very hot take. It's just, I find it really annoying because people keep on wanting to change the key mechanics of the game, and it kind of makes me a bit upset, genuinely. Oh no. Our next take is by Pops, and he says, imagine Calamity adrenaline mode, but it's your freakometer. You build it up by doing something. I don't know. Shrugging emoji. Listen, man, I've already talked about how much I hate Freaky Class. Freaky Class is banned from every discussion. I hate Freaky Class. I'm going to fight Freaky Class. Freaky Class is not going to exist. This take is way too hot. Please burn this man in hell. Destroyer, Wall of Flesh, please come in this room and execute this man. Please and thank you. Cheers. Hot take. Expert mode should be default difficulty. I'm sorry, but have you heard of noobs? The noobs do not want to be playing expert mode on their first run. This sounds like this person does not understand why expert mode exists and why classic mode exists. Classic mode is for new players. It's for people who want to have a moderately fun time. Not everyone plays Terraria to torture themselves, essentially. Some people just want to have fun and build and stuff, which is why classic mode exists, or journey mode exists. Expert mode should not be default, because bosses get new, like, movesets and stuff, and that's just it's kind of weird and goofy that you want to do that to someone. Very, very moderate take, not overly spicy, because a lot of people feel this way, but then they're just disregarding all the noobs, and the noobs do not deserve to be tortured. I'm sorry. This next take is by Astral Wormboy. I am you, but an alien, so I am better. Astral Wormboy. I'm an eldritch horror who dresses in a suit to look appealing to people. I'm immediately cooler than you. All of my eldritch horror fans just keep on like gushing over me because I'm so cool and beautiful and wormy. You can't be cooler than me, because space is just worse than eldritch horror. Just how it is. Just how it is, man. I'm sorry. Just how the rules go. You know, like, you should have read the terms and conditions. Genuinely. Any item that is strong enough to justify low drop rates from enemies or chests should have a second option or a crafting recipe. Said recipe should be difficult, no, be present. I disagree with this. Because rare drop rates and stuff are there because they're fun and decent looking items that you can use. If the Rod of Discord was craftable, people would be using it in fucking speedruns and shit. And I don't want that happening. I really like the drop rate thing. As a RPG nerd who loves drop rates in general, this feels like, oh yeah, how about we take out an integral mechanic, just drop rates, and replace it with, oh yeah, if you don't want to spend hours grinding for this one thing, you can spend 20 minutes getting all these resources to craft it instead. Very silly, very goofy. Not very hot though, a lot of people feel this way as well. Hot take. If it does not take a boss down quickly, then it's not a good weapon. What? You do realise that a Terraria night lasts 8 minutes, and within those 8 minutes, you could be fighting bosses. Not all weapons have to kill a boss extremely quickly to be classed as good. This feels like a min-maxer saying, because I've got all these really strong weapons that can kill bosses in 2 nanoseconds, I must be the best player at the table, even if the personality isn't the best. Like, min-maxing is kind of boring. Let me use my snowball cannon or my boomstick or my musket or whatever weapon I want to use, man. I do not want to be using the mini-shark or any other weapon that's just used by everyone, because it kind of feels annoying, just genuinely. Hot take. Skeleton Prime is genuinely one of the easiest bosses in the entire game. I'm pretty terrible at the game, and I can beat Skeleton Prime as my first Met boss on Master Mode, without going under full health. Without going under half health, sorry. I keep messing things up because I'm getting a bit torn apart by these suggestions. If you can dodge the laser and outrun the spinning skull, you get an easy W. Very true. This statement is not heretical in any way, because I've had people in chat complaining about the twins constantly. I don't know why, but the twins must be like killing people and disemboweling their families, because I hear so much hate for the twins or the Destroyer compared to Skeleton Prime. Skeleton Prime's just sitting there being like, oh yeah, if you can dodge these things, you beat me super easily. and everyone else keeps on like jumping the twins and the destroyer for some reason. No idea why. It feels like a skill issue, genuinely. Just beat them all, Lamau. Lol, Lamau, goofy goober moment. Hot take. Classic mode is the least fun difficulty, because you get no Shield of Cthulhu and no infinite flying mounts. In fact, Expert is probably easier in the late game because of those infinite flying mounts free up 3 accessory slots. So you go from 2 accessories in Classic mode all the way up to 6 in Expert. I'm sorry. However, you don't really need 3 movement slots in Classic. You can have 2, or even 1, if you're good enough. Expert mode, like, saying Expert mode is better than normal mode has already appeared in this entire thing already, right? But I don't agree with it, because dashing doesn't help that much at all. You can dodge pretty easily normally, unless you're playing Calamity Bullet Hell, because it's just how it is. And I usually don't have the problem in Classic mode or any of the other modes where half my slots are being taken up by movement accessories, because I'm just him. I'm him. Guys, I'm him. I'm the wormy boy. I'm so beautiful and handsome and amazing.